this is the air inlet on the top side, the outlet to the cylinder in the middle, and then this line that goes to absolutely nothing at this time coming out of the bottom of it. Right now, when the foot pedal is pushed down, so it rocks assembly like that, pushes in on the uppermost valve and forces air to the cylinder. Now, when that air is released, I assume it is pushed back to here. However, at that time, it should depress this valve, allowing air to escape. Or this valve, excuse me, allowing air to escape. So this one works. I assume at that point air is flowing straight through here and not out here. And something should happen here, like a vacuum. Oh, this is depressed, it should just allow, okay. So when this is depressed, it should relieve the pressure, which is now resting on the middle line. And then the springs will pull the cylinder down. That is not happening at this time. So we're going to go through and try and actuate these valves manually. Now, because this is laying on its side, there's no chance of me hurting myself here. This is normally the top. I'll push this valve, which is super easy to push now that there's line pressure to it. And theoretically, that cylinder should move. Alright, cylinder moved, everything. Now, if we press this one, it should relieve the line pressure here. Ow, son of a... So, initially this was apparently hooked to something. Okay, so our problem isn't the valve itself here. It's that for some reason this is not being either pulled back far enough or something of that nature. Okay, so this is pushed down. Clickety clackety. Now this is the mounting bracket here that mounts everything to the wall of this here, like so. It has a valve assembly right there. Now with this pivot in place, I am not left-handed. Anyways, it works with a pivot in place. So now we got to figure out why the shoe, with its spring here, is not properly forcing everything to where it goes. So this is set up here to be pushed against, and in theory pushing back on the pivot should cause this to go up. So I assume that this is not working correctly. It's got a little bolt that runs through here, right there. That stud guides through there. So let's do this. Let me reassemble part of this. Okay, so here it is in the housing with the foot pedal or the shoe on it. This would be down, which it does readily, I would assume, and up, which I just kind of put the foot there. Okay, everything's up. If I push down, it'll go down. So our next thing would be to start, I'll put the bolts back in, put the nuts back on here. Mind you, these spacers keep the back of the valves captured. Dogs are barking at me. Okay, so something I'm going to show you here. There's a bunch of, see how clean them threads are all the way down, how there's so much crap below them. This is actually kind of doing its job right now. And it looks like maybe the mounting bolts were just kind of stuck loose. I didn't realize it, but it works now, and I think the problem was, I know there was a washer or two back in there, but I think the problem was that these had gotten just a little bit loose, allowed stuff to turn. And this is obviously captured, but in kind of a loose form. I should probably put like a nut and a washer on there. But it allowed it to lose the preload on this spring, which it does have. But you see how that spring's pretty pushed together, and that bolt's coming out of the other side. So it allowed it to lose its preload, and when it lost its preload, it lost the ability to return the valve. It has not lost that ability now.